Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode. I'm the Upgrade Ginger and we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Yes, so we're gonna go ahead and go back onto the last one. So we're gonna be trying to figure out a poem that's perfect for one of my love interests. Yes. But what would be good? Like, I know she really likes me. She's a good friend of mine, you know. She's a little weird. Very abrasive, to say the least. Hope, lust, hope and lust, smile, shiny, bouncy, loud, giggle, unstable, horror, breathe, determination, swimsuit, skirt, kiss, kitty, boom. So dumb. Vibrant. Bubbles. Clumsy. Disoriented. Okay, I feel like that was like a really even mix for everyone. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Yes. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Ginger! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. That's a little weird. Am I trying to get her to look at her purse because she has a snack in there? Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch to get it open, and then she turns it upside down and lets it contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How do you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and just want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that leaves the one option. Oh, what? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri. Yuri comes in. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in the book. Yuri! Tell Ginger to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling the mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I didn't mean that. I just got too absorbed in my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's fun. A bit of a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept a revolution. Retribution. That! Oh, that's so dumb. Oh, it's so dumb. Why, Yuri? You know, I think I cater way too much to you, Yuri. I think you're a little mean. I do like a tall woman, though, but still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have to come if it weren't for those cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles up to the desk. Whap. Yeah! Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, is she just that short? Were you? Where you didn't notice that she tossed the cookie? Was she like appear behind me or something? It's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. Oh god. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. My tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I'd give you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. The cookie's still in hand. Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans out and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Shut up, Sayori. Fuck you. Hey! Did you just seriously do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika is in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monika anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind. What held you up anyways? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. Wouldn't you have heard the bell ring at least? I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music at all as well, Monika. Don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should learn to play something for us, Monika. That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay. Okay, why do you keep looking at me? I'm so oh god. Listen, I'm used... I to have it on a screen is one thing. I had this happen in person before, not a similar thing. Women harassed me a lot when I was working at Mickey D's. Actually, a pretty similar thing. They're all trying to get with me. It was really weird. So I relate to this guy so much, and I'm the same sarcastic level too. That's great. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Ginger. Monica smiles sweetly. Oh, really? Let me save game on here. Let's see what happens. Oh, she's still smiling sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave House Aries' mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. It looks like everyone has already settled down. They somehow already finished her entire cookie, Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Talk to Natsuki. Oh, I knew we were going to talk to Natsuki. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh within the closet. She seems to be pretty annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in here? Freaking Monica, she never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How do you know anyways? Why'd you bring it up at some point? Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I have a manga virgin face? I do. I'm sorry. I do. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand, then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box with one book missing is probably one of the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box. She's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door. That's funny. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Ginger. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves a book right in my hands. Stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Oh, he grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space. She hopes I wouldn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Well, the plot happens to be the harem that is in the series. The woman in it. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously, you'd think I would enjoy something that didn't have plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? As he gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. God damn it. Why am I starting to like this a little bit? I hate this. Oh my god. Oh, this guy's getting more attention than I have in the past recent years. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this manga. Well, Asuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. What does that matter? Doesn't. I was just curious, since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that's impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. Except it explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. That is definitely true. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Why? We read on for a few more minutes. Finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something that you like with someone else. I always get excited when I can convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm also the kind of loser, I guess. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least, it's safe in here in the club room. Captain Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger over one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her, but since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, and being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, that makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have everything or we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there, hahaha. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb, just take it home with you. Huh? Is that really alright? I say mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? Only part we got through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this, but I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Alright then. I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff, and carefully slip the book into my bag. Who should I show the poem to first? Well, I mean, I've already been talking to Natsuki. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at the poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Aren't you supposed to be bad at this? Is that a compliment? No, I mean, you know... Natsuki struggles to find the words she wants. I just expected a lot less after what you showed me yesterday. That's all. Well, I guess I just got lucky with this one. Yeah, exactly. You just got lucky, you know? Don't get used to it. You won't always manage to write poems this cute. I mean, well written. Ah, so that's how it is. My poem is cute. No, why are you smiling? It's not like I like cute things. God damn it. You know what? I want a girl like this now. I want a girl. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Okay, listen. I like giving shit to my partner all the time, and probably why I'm single right now is because I give shit. But I'm not mean about it, but I tease a lot. I'm a tease. Hence the reason why I got some of the Red Sea showing. I love doing it so much. It's so funny. So funny to see reactions. I love this reaction. That's funny. Natsuki shoves my poem back towards me, but she's a minor, and I'm not attracted to them. I'm not. I don't want a witch hunt for me. What the fuck? Holy shit. You guys want some water? Here, you can have a drink. Yeah, drinking it from my hand. Here. You need water because it helps me with reading. Yes. Reading it again, I decided it's not so great after all. It's too cute and Doki Doki. Really impressed, you know, girls who like those kind of things. For some reason, Natsuki is incredibly easy to see through. Well, anyway, you're gonna read mine now, right? Judging by your taste, you probably like it a lot. Probably learned something too. Don't forget who the real pro is. It's not like I like you. I love that so much. I find that shit so fucking funny. I watched... Oh, what was the show? It was between, like, two... Oh my god, it was high school students, and I fucking loved the anime so much. It was so funny. I was recommended it by, somebody. And... I thought I wasn't gonna like it because I usually like really gory, bloody, messy horror. But it was like a cutesy little romance, and I loved it. I loved it. It was really good. Like she was acting the same way as this girl. I fucking love it. I love it so much. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with so much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone who would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant... like anyone who would agree... Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think it less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn respect to others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people that can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. That's not really a poem, is it? I don't think that was really a poem. That was just writing about how you dislike the fact that somebody likes spiders. So am I gonna choose next? Sayori, why not? I like Sayori. ... Oh, I like this one, Jinju. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess I'm conveying feelings I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want me to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't know what you really mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a bit of both? What's the word for it, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh, it is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Ginger. I guess I'll go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And bottles all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friends after friend, more bottles, deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow the dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends, and they come in such hurry. They want my bottles that much. I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another. Holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Sayori, are you okay? Holy crap. Sayori, did you really read this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yep, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Might have taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful? Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Huh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express my feeling to express myself this way. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Theory always had a habit of, fuck you, Siri. Getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if it's one of those times. But seeing passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. This is pretty good, Ginger. Were you influenced by seeing everyone's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also a bit surprised by how differently everyone writes, so I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little... You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. This is the poem you wrote for today. Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. I'm a little nervous about that. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Oh, is that Pavlovian conditioning? Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. A rush of blood. Did you kill the raccoon? Did you kill a raccoon? Did you... I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I could see that. A lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right, it's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express my vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels to be. It feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? Something about being ridiculed for a strange interest? Yeah. She did? Yeah, she was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah, sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I probably would hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. There's something wrong with her. Hi again, Ginger. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright, I like it, Ginger. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So I take that as a compliment. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay, a little lesson to you guys about body language. When a girl puffs out her chest to express or do this, you know, do a little bit of this and squish together to make the appearance of larger breasts, that means she's into you a little bit. She has some minor form of attraction. So the fact that she's doing this, she's definitely attracted to my character. I hate the fact that I know that. Okay. I actually know it's really useful. If you say so. Yep. There's a lot more poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. Maybe funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long, but they may even feel like they're only written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Oh my god. That's... oh no. I already don't like... Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? What do you mean by load me? Are you asking me to load you? A little concerning there. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess that's just the way that I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how the space, your words, can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines, really short, makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what's it about, though. Haha. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract as a physical expression of feelings, or a conversation with the reader, so putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned for today, so if anyone could come sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Sort of. Oh, We have to do something for the festival. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well on last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on the posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. Oh no, really, don't force me to do this. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up already, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each of us put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people that perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right, and it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with the others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all that takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you could do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Yuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll have to get over with it. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I really don't have much of a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. The club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to perform, or to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monica. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your own a poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself, and then she stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is The Way Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each of the lines she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finished her. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was good, so good, Monika. Thanks very much. I was hoping to get a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Oh, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up, keeping her head down. She walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. The first start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud for her. But we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next time. Sayori hops out of her chair tearfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think like you're reciting to other people. Imagine reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own... It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. It'll come out the best that way. You know what? That's a really good tip. That's exactly how I handle like doing YouTube and like talking to like a group of people when explaining something at work. Like, I just act like I'm not explaining it to anyone. I'm just talking to myself. Like I am right now. But I'm talking to you, the viewer, days or even months later, or even years later. Yes, it's great. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then, Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Ginger liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Huh? I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Ginger. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyways. Might as well let Ginger lower everyone's standards a little more before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, expecting and making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about that so much. I think it's less about your abilities, more about your lack of confidence in your writing. It's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright, then that just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes it her way to the podium. This poem is called, Why Are You All Looking At Me? Because you're presenting? Huh. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour hour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when it's spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if they're giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for the people. But when it's just my friends, it's embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be best I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming, though. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me feel really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake for the club and impressing Monica, and then I'll do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, I'm supposed to respond to that. It's okay, Ginger. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed, but today Sayori is a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. I don't wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier, like how we get to, Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Natsuki asked to walk home with you. Huh? Well, what do you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Oh no! Don't make me decide on this! No! No! Don't make me... Okay, I'm saving. I'm cutting the video here. I'm gonna leave it to you guys. You guys to choose. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna walk home with Natsuki, or am I gonna walk home with Sayori? To be honest, I can go for either. I really like both of them. I think they're both really good options. I think I'm tempted with Natsuki, to be honest. I'm pretty tempted with Natsuki. Oh, but I think Sayori is also a pretty good character to walk. I'm worried. I'm worried. Damn it, I hate the fact that I'm getting so engulfed with this story here. It's good, okay? Fuck you guys. Okay, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Beyond that, this video here is recommended to you directly by YouTube, especially, I mean, an hour in. You should check this out. I think you'll love it. Beyond that, this is my channel icon. It'll show you everything on my channel, and I'm sure you'll find something that you'll love, like Facade, or Whack Your Boss series, or other Flash games, or FNAF. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next episode.